So, we have an Elon Musk problem, and I am here to talk about it because we as a society need to do something about this man. It is absolutely insane. I have talked about Elon on this channel before. I think I've talked about him like 2 times now, which is crazy because I only have like 9 videos on this channel. But can I just say, he is such an interesting topic for me. Like, there's something about him that makes him so fascinating to observe. I think it's the fact that he's like low-key like Chris Chan if he was like the world's richest man, because this man is straight up like a lol cow. He really is. The only difference between him and someone like Chris Chan is his net worth. Let's be real here. I will not take any discussion regarding this. There is something deeply wrong with this man. Something has gone wrong. I don't know what it is. Perhaps it's his deep-seated like father issues. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that though. We are going to be talking about the recent controversies about him, one of which includes him throwing a mustache man salute at the inauguration, which alone is insane. But how did we get here, bro? This man got radicalized by his own platform, and we're gonna talk about it. Because I really just want to talk about that salute, because it's being widely debated.
Did he mean to actually give a Yahtzee salute? That's crazy. Bro has autism, bro has Asperger's, it's fine. It's because he's so naive, he's just a poor little baby. He doesn't know what a Nazi salute is.
Like, be real here, be real here. That's cope. That is pure huffing copium. That is straight up what it is. Literally, do that salute yourself. Do that salute yourself and you will immediately just be like, what the fuck is that, bro? That is actually a Yahtzee salute. Straight up. There's no denying that. There's no debating that. That is what it is. His arm isn't even bent like, you know, something. Oh my god, I can't even do that without feeling like someone's gonna take a screenshot of that and kill my career. So I'm gonna censor that, okay? Because for one thing, that's crazy. Any average person does that and they get fired. Their life is ruined. It is a very unnatural pose to do. You cannot do that accidentally unless you're like a wild orator or something. You like to gesture a lot when you talk. But this, also hitting your heart and doing it, is crazy. That is 100% intentional, okay? I don't care what anyone says. A man who is supposedly as smart as everyone calls him should be smart enough to know that doing this, yeah, that's a fucking salute. Like, bro literally said, at the inauguration. It's crazy. What the fuck is happening? But if you don't believe me and you think I'm just being biased somehow, let's just go on a little history tour, you know? I'm gonna use my minor in history that I gained at college because I went to college. I am going to educate you right now. Because a lot of people are saying that no,
It wasn't the salute, bro. It was the Roman salute. He was doing the Roman salute.
Bro, I don't care. That's what Mussolini did too. Nobody associates this with a Roman salute, and you are just pulling up pure baloney. Like, you really think Elon Musk is gonna be like, actually, I was doing the Bellamy salute, which is like the prototype Pledge of Allegiance salute. That's what people did in the 19th century, like late 19th century, during the Pledge of Allegiance, but they changed it because of its connection to fascism and far-right extremism. Even they knew, yo, we cannot do that. That's a little controversial. Everyone throughout history since like the 20th century knows exactly what this means. You cannot tell me that he doesn't know what it means. Alright, it started with Mussolini, and then Hitler adopted it, and now we have what's known as the mustache salute. Anyone with a modicum of sensibility knows that this gesture is bad, especially someone at his big-ass Jurassic age, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. Like, you have to pick. Is he a super wizard genius, as a lot of his glazers say? Or is he a naive little baby with autism who somehow doesn't know that doing that equals... Alright? You cannot have both. You have to pick. because apparently having Asperger's just excuses like years of parroting white nationalist rhetoric, openly interacting with far-right figureheads, spending millions of dollars to influence an election. Apparently, Asperger's washes away all of that. That was all unintentional. That doesn't reflect what Elon believes. He might be extremely politically involved, but that was a mistake, and he did it twice. That was just a double mistake, bro. He didn't mean it. This man has access to our social security numbers. This man has access to everything because he's rich. Oh my god. This guy is literally super hip at this point. He's an actual cartoon supervillain. It is insane. Like, I actually despise this man more than I despise Trump. He literally makes Trump look chill. You know what Elon Musk is, bro? He is the fucking Deep. Trump is Homelander and Elon is the fucking Deep. At least Homelander, I mean, I like Homelander. What can I say? He's an entertaining guy. He's almost charismatic, you know? The Deep. Okay, I actually love the Deep too, but if you knew the Deep in real life, you would hate the guy. You would fucking hate the guy. Like, the Deep is enjoyable because he's such a wreck. He's such an entertaining character in that regard. Elon is literally the Deep. It is insane, bro. Like, we are witnessing the boys tier shit going on here. But anyways, as I was saying, this man is speaking at a presidential inauguration. He is glazing this man. He is working for this man, spending millions of dollars to get the man elected. And you're just gonna tell me that he didn't mean it. That's completely false, alright? Case closed. Thanks for playing. That's it. It was 100% intentional, and honestly, I have a little bit of a game theory that he low-key revels in like doing over-the-top shit, knowing he can get away with it, because you had some glazers like post videos of themselves doing the salute and being like cheeky about it, like they were trolling or something, and then they got fired from their jobs. Any average person does that, and they are absolutely f***ed up the butt. But if Elon Musk does that, it's completely fine because he's so rich. So I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't even believe in that shit and he's just doing it to see what he can get away with. He revels in it, bruh. But in terms of belief though, that's completely like a slim possibility because bro is now getting involved with multiple far-right groups across Europe. This man is a supervillain, actually a supervillain, it's crazy. So the whole plausible deniability, like he could even play here, is just like completely thrown out the window. Alright, flushed down the friggin' sewers. This man on his Twitter, just go on his Twitter. Also, this is crazy because I have him blocked, but I had to unblock him to look at his tweets for this video. And let me just say, like, I went there at like 1 a.m. on his Twitter. Bro was posting like most recent post like 10 minutes ago. Every single hour he's got like 10 tweets. It's crazy. All this man does is sit on Twitter. He tweets so fucking much. Grown aw man, 50 years old, like 11 kids. And he has all this time to game and tweet all day. Bro, aren't you supposed to be running like 5 companies? What is happening? I was shocked. I was thinking, oh my god, this guy posts so much. He's literally online as I speak. But I mean, like, no hate, chronically online. I get it. But also, if you are that rich, like, why are you spending all your time on Twitter? Like, give me some of that money and I will make good use of it, okay? Like, damn. That's what you're doing? That's like low-key kind of comforting to know that like the richest man on the planet is just as miserable as like me. Like, if you are spending that much time on Twitter, you are not happy. Trust me, like that is not like a happy thing to be doing. You are not mentally well if you are spending like that many hours on Twitter a day. And I am talking as an avid Twitter user here, okay? But I digress. Look at the tweets he has posted in support of Tommy Robinson and the AfD. And we're gonna talk about the AfD, but let's talk about Tommy Robinson first, because this man, I had to do research for this video. This man is a menace. He literally founded a far-right group named the English Defense League. Is that what it's called? Let me just double check. Yeah, English Defense League. And that is a far-right group that promotes anti-Islam and English ultra-nationalism. That's what the source called it. Ultra-nationalism, not even nationalism, fucking ultra. I don't even know what that means, bro. That's kind of scary. What do you mean by ultra-nationalism? That's like advanced racism. And this group has caused so many riots and so many violent demonstrations. Like, let me just read some examples for you real quick. Members of the English Defense League are believed to have been behind chaos during a vigil for the victims of the Southport knife attack. A police riot van was set on fire as crowds threw bricks and bottles at a mosque. In the seaside town, officers were also injured in the clashes, including one who suffered a broken nose. So they are attacking police officers here, which I thought was like a big no-no for far-right people. But I guess it's okay if, like, you're racist, you know? Also, that's not it. I have many more examples, but we're just gonna read, like, this one. 17 people were arrested at an English defense rally in Stoke-on-Trent after trouble broke out. 4 officers were injured. We've got a trend here. And vehicles were damaged when EDL supporters broke through police cordons. About 1,500 EDL supporters were at the rally in Hanley on Saturday to protest about Islamic extremism. So, another protest gone wrong. This guy has founded this group. He's proud of it. This group has been a menace to the society it's part of. And Elon Musk is like, yeah, free him! And this is the reason the man's in jail. He's been jailed for 18 months after he pleaded guilty to showing a defamatory video of a Syrian refugee during a protest last year. Essentially, he was just spreading libel about some random, I believe it's a teenager? Some minor Syrian refugee, and he pleaded guilty to it. Okay, we don't even have to get into details because the man pleaded guilty. He admitted it. He said, yeah, I did that shit. He's rightfully in jail. He admitted to it. Case closed. Throw the book at him, move on. But according to Elon Musk, bro did nothing wrong, which is crazy work. He's just actively defending this guy. Why? These people have such like weird double standards. I mean, regardless of politics, it's not okay to spread defamatory lies about someone. I bet if someone started spreading shit about Elon, he would go nuts. He would go absolutely nuts and sue the shit out of people, sue the pants off of people. So I don't get what the reasoning is here, besides the fact that the man founded a far-right group. Crazy, bro. That shit is crazy. I don't know why he's just actively saying these people should be freed. But Tommy Robinson isn't the only one. This isn't a fringe case. Recently, just after the inauguration, after he threw the mustache man salute, he decided to go speak at a rally in Germany for a party called AfD.
What's the AfD?
You might ask. It's called the Alternative for Germany Party, and these guys are a real swell group of people, let me tell you. So essentially, their politics are what you would expect. Very anti-immigration, very pro-nationalist. Let's deport anyone who hasn't fully assimilated. Let's dispose of these people. You know, very far-right rhetoric being spread around. They just kind of scapegoat the immigration, everything like that. They don't actually focus on the real issues. Like, I'm not gonna have a debate about immigration in this video, okay? I've got my opinions on it. Regardless of it, though, there's a difference between having qualms about immigration versus just being staunchly anti-immigration, turning into full-on generalizations and racism. That it goes too far. They go way too far. They don't actually confront the real issues. They use a scapegoat here. So that's what we're dealing with here. Anti-democratic as well. And by democratic, I mean actually democratic. They have used Nazi-era slogans multiple times, made allusions to it. In fact, let me just read you a few sources. German court finds AfD's Hawk. I don't know how to say that. Hawk, I guess, Hawktua, over second use of Nazi slogan. The German politician Bjorn Hawk, for a second time in 2 months, was fined over his use of a Nazi slogan at a political rally. Prosecutors alleged that Hawk had been testing the boundaries when he uttered the first 2 words of the slogan, "Everything for Germany," and goaded the crowd to complete it. The saying was a slogan of the Nazi stormtroopers who played a major role when, and his Party came to power in 1933. Hawke had argued in his first trial that he was not aware that the essay had used the phrase, which did not convince the judges. And fun fact, this man was a former history teacher in Germany. So he cannot be claiming here that he didn't know, especially after he used it a second time. These guys are openly getting in bed with neo-Nazi and neo-Nazi rhetoric. Someone's at my door. Give me a second.
Get this shit off me!
Huh?
So not only do you have prominent members of this party openly repeating slogans, getting fined for it, saying,
Oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry.
and then doing it again. So maybe the first time you can have that plausible deniability, but the second time it's like, okay, bro knows what he's doing. And there's also multiple other members who have been exposed for having connections to other neo-Nazi groups. And these guys are unpopular enough. They're gaining a little popularity though. They're actually starting to become a threat, but most Germans are divided over this party. Most of them see them as a threat to democracy. They see the symbols. They see the history is about to repeat itself. They see the talking points. They can put two and two together, and a lot of them are wary of the party. But according to Elon Musk, he keeps on tweeting this shit over and over and over. He keeps saying
The AfD is Germany's only hope, maybe the fate of the world.
this corny ass like Sephiroth type shit. Can I just say? What do you mean the fate of the world depends on the AfD getting elected? This man is so crazy. He is so corny. But anyways, he's literally tweeted multiple times. The AfD is the only hope for Germany. Only the AfD can save Germany. Why is there such a negative reaction from some about the AfD? They keep saying far right, but the policies of AfD that I've read about don't sound extremist. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, maybe you're missing the fact that many of them have had connections to neo-Nazi groups. And they even say,
Oh, we shouldn't be ashamed of our past. We should be proud of it. There should be a 180 being done.
you can be proud of older German culture and just current German culture, but you can recognize your faults. Like, you can have criticisms for your country. I have many criticisms for America. I'm not that patriotic right now, but I can be patriotic occasionally. And I don't know, I'm probably gonna edit this out, but my point is, their rhetoric is saying we should not be ashamed of what happened 100 years ago. I mean, maybe you should be ashamed. You should be a little ashamed. Isn't it crazy to say you shouldn't be? They say you should not feel guilty for what your ancestors did. I don't think anyone is saying you have to feel guilty for what your great-grandpa did, but you should acknowledge the atrocities committed. That's what the purpose is in making sure the history doesn't die out, making sure that you are constantly aware of what happened. There's a complete difference here. I don't know, it's just like crazy to me. The warning signs, it's like red flags, such huge red flags, bro. We are literally about to go through the 20s and the 30s again. We're about to have our roaring 20s. We're about to descend into fascism. I feel it in my bones. We're repeating history, and it's so frustrating because the warning signs are all here, and we have people like Elon Musk trying to accelerate it. We got Trump doing crazy accelerationism shit. Like, oh my god, bro. We're gonna be so cooked for the next 2 decades, I swear. After that, we might be fine. That's what the trend is showing. What also gets me about it is the fact that Elon never apologized for throwing up the salute. He never did. You have Russian media calling him out for what it is.
Думаю, что слишком много внимания уделяется прошлой вине, и нам нужно преодолеть это. Дети не должны быть виноваты за грехи своих родителей, а уж тем более за своих дедушек и бабушек, может быть, даже и дальше.
Вы мне только скажите, а как должно сочетаться в немецком народе гордость от того, что Кай Юлий Цезарь сказал «ух ты», и тут же забыть о своей вине? Вот как знание глубины истории и отсутствие вины у Маска в одном флаконе?
Нацист.
You have all these other countries censoring it, saying this man would get arrested in this country for doing it, but in America, for some reason, it's completely fine. And you have this man just posting shitty 2012 Reddit puns on his Twitter in response to it. Why don't you just say, oh shit, I was just in the heat of the moment.
I didn't mean to throw something that looked like that. I legitimately just meant it as a gesture to like toss my heart out to the crowd. My bad, y'all. I denounced that stuff. I do not support that stuff.
Nothing of the sort. Which leads me to believe, yeah, he did it on purpose. How can you deny otherwise? You cannot tell me otherwise. Delete your comment right now. Delete your comment right now, Elon Glazer, because you cannot convince me otherwise. He's either the smartest man on the fucking planet, or he's just a naive little baby who doesn't know what a symbol is. And everyone knows what a salute is. Let's be real. Anyways, yet another Elon rant video. Actually, this is just my second one. Actually, it could be like 2.5 because I had my election rant video, but like he's a prominent topic in our culture right now. So it's kind of hard not to talk about him. It's kind of hard to avoid him. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about this situation. I know I'm a little late to it, but it is what it is, and that's about it.
Peace.
Bye-bye.